Am onoarea să-l am prezent alături de mine pe președintele Consiliului Județean, domnul Șerban Todorică.
Brașovul vă dorește să veniți în fiecare an aici, iar Consiliul Județean va fi o gazdă bună și un sponsor pe măsură.
Îl rog și pe domnul Liviu Bunariu să ne spună câteva cuvinte.
Vă urez mult succes, baftă, cel mai bun să câștige.
Îl rog pe domnul președinte să facă prima mutare onorific la prima masă, iar pe domnul Liviu la masa a doua, unde avem un reprezentant al nostru.
Penultima rundă a fost, așa cum ne și așteptam, extrem de disputată la primele mese. Vă recomandăm să urmăriți partidele live pe care le puteți găsi transmise pe platforma chess.com. Se află acum în fruntea clasamentului cu 7 puncte din 8 posibile, marii maestri Moroni și Warmerdam, urmați de alți 8 jucători cu 6,5 puncte din 8 posibile. În ceea ce privește clasamentul feminin, primele două fete, la egalitate de puncte, sunt Navrotescu Andreea și Cupțica Ana. Vă invităm să urmăriți interviul și partida analizată de maestra internațională poloneză.
Hello. So, it is the first time in Brașov?
Yes, it's my third time in Romania at all, but first time in Brașov, and I enjoy it really. The city is beautiful.
I'm great to hear that. Where did you play it before?
In Mamaia, on European Junior Chess Championship, and in Braila, in Maria Abdulat Memorial, and one of those Grand Prix legs, but it was a rapid one in Braila last year. So here's my second leg of Grand Prix Romania.
Oh, so already you're experienced player in Romania.
Yes,
like
yes,
this.
but I really like this idea of Grand Prix tournaments because they are really strong, and for me it's really good to participate in something like that.
And how was the tournament so far for you?
Well, it started good, pretty good. Then yesterday I made a draw against a lower rated opponent, but still today I won, so I think it's quite good.
Let's see the game then.
Okay, so we can click. Okay, I can only add that today my preparation of the game was really weak because it was so hot and I didn't have any power to preparation. But still, he surprised me with opening because I saw a few of his games in the database and he played e6 in the second move, so d6 was kind of surprising. But still, I decided to play less popular variation. But here he surprised me again because well, I was ready for knight c6 or knight f6, and a6 changes something here because bishop b5 is not working. But then, after long thinking, I decided to play c4 and try to play something like anti-Sicilian, and I think it worked. Here my opponents gave a check, which also surprised me first time in this game, because it allowed me to develop my knight extra tempo, and I think it's important here. But I used really a lot of time for thinking in the opening, and it was a mistake because sometimes when you think a lot in the opening, when the moves are more obvious than it's required in time, you may have problems in the end game when those minutes are crucial. So I think that's that's a tip for every player to use less time in the opening. And here I decided to exchange my bishop, and I don't know still if it was good or not, because then the position complicated. But still, here white black has problems with castling, so has to face some problems, and I think it's just quite playable position. Here I developed because I wanted to castle, of course, and that surprised me because he allowed me to castle, and of course he eliminated the pressure on the board. Now I can just decide what to do and I decided to take it with queen and maybe go to h3 or somewhere else in the future. And now I really enjoyed my position.
Maybe it was a little bit difficult to put the queen somewhere, and now you have
yes,
more
because
space.
I didn't know how to develop my pieces, and now it's just solving itself. And here also knight e5 surprised me, because I thought about something like knight d4, and knight d5 it's an empty move, because now I play queen h3, and all the files in near black's king are controlled, and it's a problem for black, I think so. Okay, he played e6 because now or sooner or later he has to play it to avoid knight d5. So okay, I castled, because castling is always good when you can do it. Not always, but here of course.
And your opponent cannot.
Yes, okay, he can castle long, but it may be dangerous, so I think it's better to play something like bishop e7 and stay with king in the center and hope to survive it. But here, of course, he played bishop e7. I don't know, maybe rook c8 or something else was quicker, but here I decided just to play king h1, because you know I want to play e4, so there is no need to give him any opportunity to check on c5, b6, where to calculate it if you can just play king h1 and free to play for next move. Okay, and here he played to attack my pawn on c4, but I think I played rook ac1 just with some motives, like if he takes knight takes c4, there's something like knight d5, and probably I can play even something like bishop h5 in the future. But it was quite complicated, and still I'm not sure if it's working. But anyway, he played just king d8, which was really a surprise for me, because then, you know, okay, I know he's now defending his rook on c8, now knight d5 it's not working, but okay, now he cannot castle any more in the game, so.
So he surprised you.
Yeah, he surprised me many times, because you know, when I play games, sometimes I'm able to guess the moves my opponent is going to play, and here just 4 times I was completely shocked, like I didn't even calculate those moves. So but I think king d8 is maybe not a mistake, but in inaccuracy, because now he's not threatening anything, but his king cannot castle and cannot escape in this most dangerous moment. So okay, I just played b3. Maybe I could play e4 right now. I don't know if it was working or something else, but I'm not in a hurry here. I have just better position, so it's better to defend the pawn on c4 and then slightly develop my position by playing e4 and then e5 maybe. And king c7 was just a 5 surprise here, because then I realized he's going to play king d8 and to save his king, but I think it's not working, because now we have f4 and now he has to decide where to go. He played knight d7, but could play knight c6, for example, and after e5 and e5, knight d5 is checked, but the bishop on e7 is defended. But still, I think I had something like bishop h5 in the end, so it's much better. But he played just knight d7, and now I was really shocked, because then I think e5 is working, because he cannot take the pawn, of course, yeah. After e5, there is knight d5, unpleasant move, because the bishop is also hanging, so king d8 is the only move, and it's not the best idea to play king d8 after long march from e8, d8, c7 back to d8. Okay, but he played queen e5, I think he had to do so, and here I had many possibilities, but I just decided to take it, play bishop g4, and here again, I think he has to defend this pawn. He played knight f8, but because after knight c5, I think there was before working, so he cannot take on e4 because it's take, like something like rook e1, I don't know, bishop e6 or rook e6, and it's much better, maybe even winning. But here there is knight d5, unpleasant move, and now the truth is that king has to go back to d8, so he loses 2 tempos. He's playing king c7, now king d8. And here I knew I was better, but didn't know how to develop it, so just decided to put some pressure on him. And now I realized I had to play quicker because I had only 30 minutes left of my clock, and it's a middle game. There are almost 20 moves till control, and the control he uses 15 minutes and not 30 like usually. So okay, I think h5 it's needed here, because if not, I'm going to treat something like rook d5, and if after king takes 4 back rook d1 or queen e3. So h5 sorry, is I think it's now the only way to create some counterplay. So I took it because now there's nothing hanging here.
It was free, right?
Yes, it was free. Wait, not to take free pawn. Okay, you have to be aware of this h2 pawn and some checkmate. But now it's not threatening, and my plan is just to take, play queen e3, and go back bishop g4, bishop h3, and defend this h line and put the pressure again. And here he again played king d8, so it was the third time in the whole game when he played king d8. It was also surprising. But maybe he wanted to just avoid some checks and to clear this e6 pawn. So yeah, I just decided to escape. And I am pawn up, better position. What else? And here he started maneuvering. I think he didn't know what to play, because black's position is really difficult. You cannot move your knight from f6, f8, because there's knight g6, knight e6. You cannot...
Knight g6.
Yeah, also. So maybe he just tried to do anything to wait what I'm going to do. So of course I played bishop h3 to cover this h line. So I think I'm pretty good, and now I'm threatening knight d3, which he allowed to play. It was another surprise. So the game was full of surprises for me, but still, why not to take it if you can. I'm pawn up now in exchange. And here also I decided just to open the position, because now my rooks will be active on both E and F files. And I'm also taking b7 pawn, so in the future my c pawn is really dangerous. And here I didn't know what he was going to play, but he played e5, so I just decided to take it, open the position, because it has to work. I calculated something, but you can see it and just realize that, come on, this king is too weak. And here for a really long time, okay, not so really, like 5 minutes, I didn't know where to go to play rook f1 or play, as I played queen f3. And then I decided to play here, because now rook f7, queen f5 is threatening, and black is collapsing, I think. And he played, of course, here, yeah. And here is queen f5, unpleasant move, because he played queen c6. If he plays queen b6 to also defend this knight on g6, you can play just c5, and it's the same motive, because after queen c6 is just rook e7, knight e7, rook d8, and here he just gave up, but because of course white is winning sooner or later. So I'm really happy to win this game, in short.
Congrats. And after a game full of surprises, now I will have a surprise challenge for you.
Oh, challenge. I'm afraid, but okay.
No, since you play so many tournaments in Romania, the
Yes.
point is to teach you some Romanian.
Romanian?
Yes, of
Why
course.
not?
Of course. So the challenge is to say iubesc Brașovul. Iubesc.
Iubesc Brașovul.
Perfect. So that means I love Brașov. So that means you will be back here to the next tournaments next year.
Again, iubesc Brașov.
You said it perfect the first time.
But could you repeat again?
Iubesc Brașovul.
Iubesc Brașovul.
Perfect.
Okay.
So that's all. You accomplished the challenge also.
Iubesc Brașovul.
Great.
I don't know about this accent. Is it correct?
Yes, it was perfect. It was perfect. So you learn very quick. I'm sure we will have the next interview the next year in Romanian.
Yes, of course. Why not? I'm just only, when I go back to my room, I'm just opening this Duolingo app and I will find Romanian and learn it, of course.
Also have Duolingo, so I recommend it. So thank you very much for your interview. I hope you will have a great tournament.
Thank you very much. I
next
hope so.
And that we will see you again soon.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Vă așteptăm mâine pentru runda care va decide cine pleacă acasă cu trofeul Grand Prix Brașov și cu cei 5.000 de euro oferiți pentru primul loc. Cu siguranță vom avea parte de lupte interesante, sâmbătă, începând cu ora 10. Pe mâine!